beautiful Mark Hamill is with us now. Mark, so good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Life of Chuck, it looks very moving, very thoughtful,
I
very
told
beautiful.
the producers, I said, I'm going to be hopeless on chat shows and in magazine articles, because how do you describe the indescribable? This is unlike anything Stephen King has ever written. It's unlike anything Mike Flanagan has ever directed. And it's one of the favorite projects I've had in my career because it's unlike anything else. It's life-affirming, it's genre-bending, but it's almost therapeutic. You feel better having seen it. And the more you describe it, the less...
Why, though? What's its magic?
Well, I just think it tells the story of an ordinary man, but it's told in such an extraordinary manner. And it tells the story backwards, Act 3, Act 2, Act 1. So you see the end of his life, and you lead to the beginning of his life. And I only worked with three actors. Mia Sara plays my wife, and she's just lovely. We just hit it off immediately. Cody Flanagan, the director's son, plays the youngest version of Chuck. He's like the kindergarten Chuck. But this young man, Benjamin Pajak, remember that name. He is like otherworldly. He is so in the moment and genuine. You see it through his eyes. And I mean, I wish he was my real grandson. I loved him that much. And like I say, all these wonderful actors you saw in the clips there, I act adjacent to them. I don't need them in the movie, spoiler alert. But I said, you know, I'm going to have a hard time because, like I say, it's indescribable. And we have no motorcycle chases, no dinosaurs, spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
What, no dinosaurs?
No dinosaurs.
Oh, not watching that. No, do you know what? This film, I think you are so right. And I'm somebody that doesn't always like to watch a trailer because I hate spoilers and I love to go into something cold and just let it... I want to just absorb it.
Yes.
And people are saying this is a film you will watch more than once. You'll watch it the first time and be blown away. You'll want to watch it a second time for the nuances, the little bits that you missed the first time around.
Absolutely.
I think it will be a movie, just even seeing the comments online of people saying this is not just the best movie of the year, it's the best movie I've seen. And it's because it's thought-provoking. I think it's one of those that will become a cult classic.
I hope so.
It feels that way.
My wife saw it 5 times, and she says she always gets something new. I mean, I have to confess, I was in the film, and it wasn't until the Toronto Film Festival when I went, oh, I get that now, because they don't lay it in your lap. And that's one of the things I think that it's something that people will experience through their own lens. It's so relatable. Because like I say, it's an ordinary guy, but the way it teaches you that every moment that might seem insignificant in accumulation with other moments are pivotal, important moments in your life. And it's optimistic. I mean, actually, people do the right things for the right reasons. I don't think there's any real villain, but... And I was totally unprepared for it because I was a fan of Mike Flanagan from Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass. He does all these horrific, and I was in. I mean, The Fall of the House of Usher is so horrific, it almost borders on self-parody. It's just absurd horror. So when Mike called and says, I have something for you in a new Stephen King novella, I'm ready for the epic supernatural horror film of all time. And I ordered you can get it in a collection called If It Bleeds. It's 3 stories, and Life of Chuck is one of them. And I started reading it, and I thought, it sets you up in a wrong way that works for your enjoyment of it. Because once you realize it's not anything like he's ever done before. I mean, he's done Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, The Body became Stand By Me. So he's not, I mean, I don't think he gets credit for being as versatile as he is. But this is unlike anything he's ever done. And like I say, it reminds me of, one critic said, it's a wonderful life for our times.
Yes, I saw that.
Even though it's not mimicking that film, the effect of it is, you know, because when I saw It's a Wonderful Life, you know, it just warms your heart, and you think, you know...
Which is a movie you watch again and again.
Yes, exactly. And I'm really hopeful because the British public are very smart, and they appreciate films that are, I hate to say intellectual because it's not that, but provocative and thoughtful.
Yeah.
Okay, and if anything, we're going to benefit from word of mouth. If you see it and you like it, you should tell your friends. Conversely, if you don't, keep your mouth
Just
shut.
keep your mouth shut. Keep it to yourself, yeah? You should be used to the unexpected, because I want to go back to 1977 and just indulge me for a minute, and people of my era.
Craig, go for it.
But it was such a... Star Wars was such a landmark moment. I can't remember a movie as a kid that just took me over completely. And I can't even... Do you know, I don't even know who the main character was. There was so many heroes in it.
Right.
But when you went into that, on the first read of that movie with Harrison Ford way back in 77, you thought it was a parody of some kind of futuristic movie.
See, the thing is, I didn't get the whole script. I was going to do a screen test, but it was only 8 pages. And I'm thinking, who talks like this? So I said to Harrison, you were in American Graffiti. This is like a parody. You know what he said? Hey, kid, let's just get it done.
After interviewing Harrison a number of times, that was very accurate.
He was no help at all. And I went to George. I just said, George, this is sort of like a send-up of Flash Gordon. And he went, let's just do it and we'll talk about it later. Translation, let's just do it and we'll never talk about it later.
Did he not know what it was going to turn out to be?
He knows, but the thing is, he's not a director that likes to talk about motivation and backstory. He casts people that are so close to what he wants that he doesn't have to direct us. So I was wide-eyed and energetic and all these things. And what was funny was, Harrison, to me, was a leading man, so I just assumed he was the leading character and I was his annoying sidekick. Then I get the movie and they sent me the script, and I said, I don't remember who I played, but Harrison must be Luke, who was named Luke Starkiller at that time. And then I started reading it, and I went, oh my gosh, it's through my point of view, which is really unusual to tell it through a teenager's point of view rather than...
But we watched him grow. That's what I love, because he was kind of annoying at the start, and then he became this hero.
I did that on purpose. I wanted to be as juvenile as I could so I could have some growth. But till this day, I get teased about, but I was going to Tosche Station to pick up some power converter.
Dude, that first line, and you talk about it quite, I just love it. And it sounds, when you say it now out of context, so ridiculous. The one that starts with, but we can't turn back. And there was a moment where you went, what are we doing here?
Fear is their greatest defense.
How does that, can you remember the line?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't think it's in the film, but it's in the screen test. But we can't turn back. Fear is their greatest defense. I doubt if the actual security there is any greater than it was on Aquila or Sullust, and what there is most likely directed towards a large-scale assault. Now you go, who talks like this?
So casual.
See, I know. And they say, now make it sound like it's an original thought spontaneously coming off the top of your head. You can't do it. And the only reason I mentioned Luke Starkiller is it stuck for so long that we shot the scene, I'm Luke Starkiller, I'm here to rescue you. And they came back the next week and I said, why are we doing that scene again? They said, oh, they've changed your name. I said, to what? And they said, to Skywalker. And now you've gotten so used to the other. And plus, let's face it, Luke can use a little machoing up with his name.
Yeah.
And I said, it sounded like Luke Flyswatter. I hated it. I just hated it because for 4 months, that's all it was. But yeah, we had fun. I mean, that's for sure. It was really odd because it was like being paid to be in your backyard when you were 9 years old, pretending that you were Zorro or whatever. It was all just a blast.
Well, from all the grown-ups who pretended to be Luke Skywalker with their lightsabers and still do now and again, thank you for giving us one of our greatest cinema heroes we've ever had, and we love them.
Well, you can pay me back by making Life of Chuck a big success.
We got it.
I feel like
Sian, you can do that.
I will do that, Sol, because I think that this is a film that everybody will be talking about, Mark, and I think when you get stuck into a project and you believe in it as well, your fans will follow.
Sure.
100%.
And did you appreciate it?
I'm going to do a big sell for you now. Go and watch The Life of Chuck. It's actually in cinemas tomorrow. I know in America and Canada it's already been out, and there's a lot of talk about it. So I'm very excited to. I'm going to book my ticket now.
I'll watch anything you do.
And I'm the one that looks like Geppetto.
Just
so you know.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.